guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is the birthday book tag, and that's because the day this video is going up, it's my birthday! Yay! We're going to ignore the fact how old I'm going to be. I'm not going to tell you that. I feel ancient. And today, as you would have seen, the day this is coming up, I would have already gone to, hopefully, fingers crossed, gone to Henley with my man to celebrate with that way. I'm going to be having after this video comes up, I'm going to be having a pizza night with some of my besties. I've got some other birthday lunches. They will be little lunches just to try and get me brighter with some girlies. I've obviously had my birthday haircut, my birthday hair colour. So I'm going to be celebrating. This birthday is very different from last because last year I hit the big 4-0. Okay, now you know how old I am. So I had lots of celebrations, and this year my birthday is a little bit different. Because of my recovery, I'm going to be celebrating it a lot more sort of lower key. And do you know what? I wasn't even looking forward to it until probably sort of this week. And I've started to have people doing little things. To me, it's the little things that mean the most. And obviously this year, I'm celebrating the fact that next month it'll be my year anniversary on BookTube. So this year, I'm going to be celebrating with you guys. And do you know what? This year, my birthday is even better because I've made a whole birthday BookTube family with you lot, so thank you. So I'm going to be celebrating it. So I wanted to put up a video on a birthday video, and I searched everywhere on BookTube for a birthday book tag sort of video. So I wanted to do like a tag video. Julie did one which was quite good, so I will try and remember to link hers below. But I found one on Mel's channel, and now Mel from Completely Melanie is a lovely friend of mine, and she's really sweet. And I remember her doing this video last year, so I decided I'm going to cheat. I'm going to copy her one because that one looked the best, looked the most sort of birthday-ish. And it's not just about BookTube birthday; it's a real sort of birthday one. And I get to include my brilliant favourite books in this, so eek! I'm excited. Anyway, enough rambling. You will see again. You know what I'm like at the moment. I will link the prompts in this video. I'll link Mel's video for this at the bottom in my descriptions because that's got the best sort of prompts and saves me a job. Yes, I am a bit lazy. Sorry, guys. So anyway, shall I get on? Shall I tell you what I do with the prompts? So the first one is birthday cake. A book with a plot that seems cliche but you adore it anyway. So I've gone for this book. How to Find Love in a Bookshop by Veronica Henry. It is a real chick lit book. Now, I actually bought it in the same town that I'm going to today in Henley when I went out shopping with Simone and Charlie last year. So it is very cliche. It's a chick lit. I'm not going into that genre quite as much these days. It's about love and it's about booking in obviously bookshops. The reason why I bought it was mainly because of the whole bookshop thing. I think the picture of it. So I had a cliche story because you know that obviously that this person is going to find love, but it is so romantic and it's so much. There's so many links. If you've got a book that links other books that I love, then that's got me completely. And this links up so many books that I love in it. So this is my favourite of the Veronica Henry books, and it's Amelia. So my daughter's name's Amelia, but this is Emilia. Has returned to her idyllic Cotswold hometown village to rescue the family business. Nightingale Books is a dream come true for book lovers, but the best stories aren't within the pages of the books she sells. Amelia's customers have their own tales to tell, and that is brilliant. I love the fact that you get the stories within the stories. It links it talks about books. There's a lady of the manor who's hiding a secret close to her heart. A single dad looking for books to share with his son, but he isn't quite as he seems. And you link the past as well in this, which to me is a bit of an extra thing, but I love this book. The cliche of the love bit is very cliche, but it is such a lovely book and I can't rave about it enough. The next one's Party Guest, the most anticipated book release for this year. Now, as you guys will well find out from the next video I'm putting up, I've got a lot of anticipated books coming out this year. But I wanted to do a different one in this one. I like to try and mix it up and do different books releases in each of my videos. So I'm going to do The Evolution this year. So this is the second of the Eve of Man trilogy that Giovanna and Tom Fletcher have written. I loved Eve of Man. I bought it as a birthday present last year for my birthday. That's another reason why I decided to pick that book. And it's the second one coming up, and we find out about what happens to Eve. I can't really tell you any more of that, because unless you've seen Eve of Man, I can't sort of give you any spoilers to that. But I think from what I can gather, we're finding out a bit more about what happens, and it's really exciting because it left on a real cliffhanger. And you guys know I love books that leave on a cliffhanger. Admittedly, I end up screaming at the books, but we've had to wait over a year or two for this book, and I can't wait to get it. So yes, that's going to be on my book list. Chris, you're going to get enough hints that it will be pre-ordered. By the way, guys, can you guys comment below and let me know, where do you guys pre-order books from? Because I tend to do it from Amazon, but I've had a few bad experiences with Amazon recently, so can you let me know below what you think? Although I'm linking my Amazon wishlist, so that's kind of cliche, but you know, hey, we're going to ignore that point. Anyway, the next one is Birthday Presents, a book that surprised you how much you loved it. Now, this book, it was what I can't talk about it without showing it. In there is my top 3. It was linked top 3 favourite books of last year. I'm sorry, guys, I've changed my mind. That my top 3 books from last year are all linked. The Binding, this, and what did I say? The other book. See, this is Gonna Hurt by Adam Kay. Those are my 3 joint favourite books, because this has to go up there, especially after reading the second one. I basically heard about this on my lovely friend Chloe's channel. I heard this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's YA fantasy, which again, all of which I didn't think I would like. Fantasy and me, before last year, you wouldn't have got me near. But Chloe had raved about this book, and I love Beauty and the Beast. It's my favourite fairy tale, because Belle loves books, and my niece is called Belle, so what else is there to love? So I thought, I was having you guys know, last year was a really tough year. The last few years have been really tough. And my gorgeous sister Charlie came over, and I'd mentioned to her that I wanted this book because I'd heard about it on Chloe's channel, and it sounded good, and she picked it up from Sainsbury's for me. OMG, I loved it way more than I thought I would. I buddy read it with Clint first time. We've just read the sequel. There's a third one coming out next year, which we'll be buddy reading. So it also brought me closer to a load of families. I did not expect to love it, because like I said, it's YA fantasy. YA fantasy, you know, not going to connect, not going to like it. But I fell in love with it. The author, Bridget Kemenat, is probably now my joint favourite author ever now. I've loved all of the books I've read with her. I'm reading another one of her books this month. This is Prince Rian is the heir to Emberfall is cursed. He's forced to repeat the autumn of his 18th year over and over. He can only be freed if a girl falls truly in love with him. So after so many failures in his kingdom, its people are barely holding on. Harper's life has never been easy. She's learnt to be tough enough to survive the streets of Washington, D.C. And when she's sucked into Rian's world, nothing is as it seems. Powerful forces are standing against Emberfall, and will it take more than a broken curse to save it from its ruin? This is amazing. It has the best characters I've ever... One of the favourite characters you can ever read in a book. It has the best storyline. It is my... I don't think it's ever... I think it's going to be one of my favourite books ever, and I love it. So, yeah. I didn't expect to love it because of the genre and stuff, but I love it, and I will thank Chloe to the dying death that she recommended this. The next one. Happy Birthday, a book that most certainly deserves all the hype it got. I'm going to pick another one that's quite cliche in the fact that it's a very popular book over BookTube. David Copperfield. And you guys will see this will be on my tag. I think I'm going to include this in my book thingy. Yes, you guys are going to be seeing lots of this. This is David Copperfield. It's my only Penguin Classics edition book, and I've just realised I've got it up. So sorry guys, I'm not with it today. There you go, David Copperfield. It's my only Penguin Classics. This I got sent as a gift from the lovely Tom from Tom Reads Things. I can't actually hold it for too long because it's really heavy. Sorry guys. But it is. Oh my goodness, I love that book. It was one of Tom's favourite books ever. Charlie had a copy of it, and I got jealous of her. So I mentioned to Tom that I wanted to read it, and I didn't expect to get a book sent in the post from him. I didn't expect the gift. I didn't even expect to love classics. Before I joined BookTube, the only classic I'd ever really read was Wuthering Heights. I may have read some of the younger classics, but I only really read Wuthering Heights. Never read a Charles Dickens, although I'd seen the films. So I didn't expect to love that as much as I did. But it was a birthday it certainly deserves. It deserves every bit of hype that it's had. It really does. the fact that if you love classics, you would have heard about David Copperfield. It has been hyped up everywhere, and it is every bit as amazing as I heard it was. It really is the best. It's one of my favourite books. It's another top. This year, it was probably one of the first books I read this year, and I remember Tom saying to me, the first books you read in a year could end up being your favourite book of the year, and it totally is going to be. Please, guys, if you like classics, it is David Copperfield's story, and it's told over from when he starts with his life to when he's an older man. And oh my goodness, it is so lovely. There's some heartbreaking bits in it. Yes, you get, because it's a very long book, you do get a little bit of rambling, but if you bear with it, it's an amazing book, and I love it. Next one, not question number 5. Happy Music, a book with some beautiful and memorable quotes. Now, you guys, I am no good with quotes. I really am not. By the way, guys, if you can tell, I had my haircut, so I'm playing with it quite long. Sorry. But you guys know I'm not very good at remembering quotes in books. There is a lot of books that probably have a million quotes, but this is the one that's got 2 of my favourite quotes in it. This is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, I had, for my birthday present from my sister Vicky last year, I got given the quote, I got given a little plaque thing, which I've shown you in other videos, which has the quote, "Happiness can be found in the darkest of places if one only remembers to turn on the light." Now, you guys know I'm going through a bit of a bad time with my depression at the moment, and it really rings true that I think, do you know what, I really think it's important to look for happiness, and the only way you're going to find it is to turn on the light. Look for it, and it can be found even when you least expect it. I'm finding it from you guys. There is also another quote in this book that the cheeky side of me, the side that when I'm better and when I'm being healthy and happy, is very true, and that is, "I solemnly swear I'm up to no good." And trust me, I have a real cheeky devil side, so that was very, 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 very apt. They are my 2 favourite Harry Potter quotes, and probably my 2 favourite quotes of all time, and they both are in this book. So, yes, that was perfect answer to that one. Getting Older, number 6 is Getting Older, a book that you read a long time ago that you think you'll appreciate more as a mature reader. Now, this is the second book that I'm reading right at the moment. By the time you've seen this video, by the time this video goes up, I probably would have finished it. This is The Secret Garden. I'm reading this for middle grade March and for the readathon that's going, read along that's going on with Kate and Kate Howe. I remember very vaguely reading this as a child, and I saw the films. So the first film was the first film I saw as a child, and I decided I'd read it this month, and OMG, it is so much better as an adult. There is another book actually that now I'm thinking about it I will include, and that is The Water Babies, because both of these books I read as a child, I watched the films as children, and now reading them as adults I can see so much deeper meaning. I'm looking forward to reading more of this now, and I think, like I said, this has got the potential of being even better than I remember it being. So, and I love this copy. I've got 2 copies of The Secret Garden, but I'm actually going to keep both because they're both absolutely beautiful. Now there's the last question. I've been rambling quite a lot in this video. Sweet Birthday Memories, a book that kept you incredibly happy during a difficult time in your life. Now I'm going to cheat because you know I don't ever give one answer. One of them is this one, the Harry Potter book, because it's the Harry Potter books in themselves, the whole series, have rescued me. Every time I've had depression, I've read the Harry Potter books. It's what I'm doing again this time, and it's what I will do every single time I have depression. I will pick up a Harry Potter book because they send me to that magical world. I literally go there, I'm safe in that world, and I'm happy. And so the Harry Potter books really, but I don't want to give just that answer because I don't want to give the same book but for the same question. So I'm going to show you another book. This is Book Love by Debbie Tung. Now you guys know, like I said, like I was saying earlier, last year was a really hard, tough year. This year will get better, and I will smash it this year. But at one point last year, I was having a real tough time feeling like I didn't get really understood. I read this, I borrowed Charlie's copy of this book, my gorgeous sister Charlie. I can't believe I'm now remembering who sent me this book. I always now keep the little Amazon gift cards. But Charlie, I was saying I've never really read books. I never really read graphic novels, and Charlie got me reading this. And I read it last year, I think I read it twice last year. and it's one that the lovely Simone from Me, Simone and I. Can I rave about this girl enough? No, I can't. She's one of my besties. We're BookTube twins. Love you more than anything. My BookTube little sister. And she was, but this was after one of my operations. You guys know I had quite a lot last year. Hi Emily, I hope you're recovering well and taking it easy. I brought you a few little gifts for the time at home, and I hope I picked the right ones. I know you like these authors before, so fingers crossed you'll like them again. Lots of love, Simone. That was after one of my procedures last year, and she bought me that, and she bought me another. She bought me a signed copy of Raw. She bought me a few, you know, typical Simone. She's a spoiler. But this book alone is literally bookworms rejoice. These are charming comic captures exactly what it feels like to be head over heels for hardcovers, paperbacks, and ebooks, and bookshops. And it really is a comic. It's a graphic novel. Oh God, I can't look at. I love look at the pages. Look how beautiful that is, and the graphic. Actually, do you know what, guys? I think I might actually. And I've just knocked down the paper. Thingy, note of that, but that basic book, if it makes you remember why you're doing what you're doing. It makes you remember why you love books. It makes you feel like you're actually not alone, and it makes you feel like you're special. And I love that book because it really does. It was like empathising with me. I really empathised on it, and I loved it. So yeah, if you're a book lover, you want to try like graphic novels, Debbie Tongue's books are amazing. I do think she's got another book coming out this year. She wrote The Quiet Girl in the Noisy World. That's another book that I think if you're a book lover and you're an introvert but extrovert, pick that up. Definitely recommend that. So guys, I've shown you some of my favourite books on birthdays. If you've got a birthday coming up, save this video because I think I would love to hear some answers. I cannot honestly remember who's got a birthday coming up because I am useless at remembering things. Nikki, who's on my read past my bedtime, she's got a birthday, but she's not on here anymore. She's on Instagram, so I'd love to see if she can do it on Instagram. I don't know if she can do that. But guys, if you want to do this video with the birthday comes up, please do it and let me know in the comments below if you've done it. Message me and let me know if you do it. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. And thank you all for all your love. Mwah. Bye bye.